Hey there, welcome back to the shed. It's been a while. So today we are going to have a little bit of fun. I am unboxing some leather that I ordered from Alibaba. And my son, Luke, is going to be the cameraman today. Alright, so I'm going to pass the camera to Luke and he's going to take care of the camera angles. Alright, so Luke, can you put your hand through there? Okay, and then whatever you see here is what gets recorded on the video, okay?
Okay, so I'm just going to be like pointing it. I don't want you too close here because the hot air could set stuff on fire.
So Luke, here's what I want you to do, okay? I want you to stand. Actually, you know what? Okay, Luke, here's what we're going to do. I'm going to take off your boots for a second. Okay? And your other boot?
1 minute has gone by.
I'm going to get you to stand on top of my chair.
Oh, okay.
Okay, and we're going to, on my table here, we're going to open up this box.
Okay, I just need to take it off for a second.
Yep. And if you want, you can even videotape the fire to show that we got the wood stove going on here.
Okay.
Okay. Alright.
I can't like make it.
Okay, so there's the fireplace there. Alright, getting all smoky in here. And we'll just give it a minute to catch the flames. So you stand. Here, you know what? Let me get a little air in there.
Can you like tell that it's really hot and I like stay to the camera?
There we go. Now we're going. Now we're cooking. Okay, so stand back up on the chair there.
My socks are getting a bit wet.
Yeah. Okay, so I want you to keep this focused on the box and the table here, okay? So what we're doing here.
Just on the table.
So what's happening here is I ordered 20 square feet of what they say was a vegetable tan leather off of Alibaba. And I'll have to double check my numbers on the website, but I'm pretty sure this only cost me about $40 American. So I think it was less than $100 Canadian with delivery and for the product itself. I'll put a link to the description when I post the video. So this is an unboxing because what I want to do is focus it on what I'm doing here, okay?
Okay. I don't know
You can tilt it like that, okay?
Okay.
So the reason that we're doing this on the video is because I want to see what is this leather actually like. Is it good quality leather? Is it terrible leather? Because a lot of the times people online are saying, is leather from this website a good site, that kind of thing, right? So let's see here. Okay. And okay, so have you got the viewfinder pointing at the leather that I'm opening? Is this the box here?
Yes, it just sees your hand.
Okay, can you zoom out, go up like that? Does that work?
I can't do, it's a bit too tall for me.
Okay, so here we are.
I need to stand for my hand.
Okay. So this is really interesting. Okay.
Can we use those to measure it?
To measure it, okay. So this is 24 inches, so that's about 2 feet long.
I'm just gonna sew one.
Yep. So we can see here that this leather appears to be a little more than 2 feet this way. Okay. And then let's undo this knot in this plastic here. Okay. So, there's a little plastic ribbon here that we're going to undo. Here, I'll just cut it. And now, right here, it has written 173. Can you focus the camera on the 173? So I think that must be some kind of a measurement or a lot number or something.
Well, it's definitely higher than 2 feet.
And when we open this up, okay, really cool. So that is better quality. That's better than I was expecting, to be honest. Can I take the camera for a second?
Okay. It gets black if it's really high.
Okay, so Luke, what I want you to do... Oh, the fire's going now? Ah, there we go. Okay, so, Luke, I want you to hold this down there. So I know that this table... Yeah, so this table is about 3 feet. So this thing is...
You've got a box of Legos?
Yeah. So this actually is a lot better quality of leather than I was expecting. So it's... I want to say it's probably around the 2-ounce thickness mark. Nice and smooth, like I'm not seeing any holes. There's a few spots here. Don't know if the camera's going to pick that up, but there's definitely like some mosquito bites and flea bites on the side of the animal. But I'm not seeing any like great big scarring or great big branding. So this is probably, when they said 20 square feet, that is probably pretty close. Because it's in the 2 pieces. So it looks like what they did was they took a double shoulder or a small side and cut it up in order to make it fit. But this is perfect because I've got it in these pieces that I'm going to be able to use. Now, for comparison, here, Luke, hold this for a second. So, this here is some leather that I got from Tandy Leather, which I know is a 2-ounce leather. Okay. And then let's compare the thicknesses. So the one that I got from Tandy is definitely on like the thinner side. And the one that I got from this Alibaba seller is a little bit thicker. So this stuff will make this would make for a slightly thicker kind of walnut. This is probably, I want to say, in the range of like a 3-ounce leather. This is the smallest that I had the option for with that seller. But this is surprisingly really nice leather. Like I'm looking forward to this. This is gonna be a lot of fun. A nice natural veg tan. The back is very nice and smooth. Like there's a little bit of this rough spot here, but only really in that one spot.
I got the red.
Yeah, there's a red mark there. Yep, like a lot number or something.
It looks like D0113. That's what it looks like.
Yeah.
And it's in red.
So that 173, it was probably the measurement in centimeters of how many like square centimeters it is. But that, I'm quite pleased with this. I'm quite surprised. And Luke, stay there for a second. I'm going to go double check how much I paid on the Alibaba purchase. Let me pull it up here. Okay, bring here. So my Alibaba purchase order. Okay, so here it is. I paid $34 US. With shipping was $55 US. So in Canadian, so 55 USD to CAD. So that's about $75 Canadian. And this order was for 20 square feet. I feel like I got pretty close to 20 square feet, if not right on. And I ordered the 1.4 to 1.6 millimeter, which according to this seller was the smallest one that they offered. So yeah, I'm quite happy with this. This is pretty cool. I think I may wind up ordering more of this leather because this is really good quality, especially for the price, because I would have paid twice that for leather from my local tandy. Okay, so what we're going to do is I'm going to turn the camera back around here. So thank you for joining us on this little unboxing video. I hope it helped somebody decide whether they were going to order any leather from Alibaba. Obviously, with Alibaba, buyer beware, and you have to be careful of what you're ordering and what not. Don't spend a whole bunch of money at once. This was my test order kind of thing. But from what it's looking like, not a bad test. So, thank you for joining us here in the shed. Luke, say goodbye. And safe travels. Hi there. Back here for part 2 of our video about the Alibaba leather. After Luke and I went back inside into bed last night, after I got thinking, I decided to record the second part because I got my measuring tape out and I noticed something about this leather. So a minute ago in the video here, when I recorded the first half of this video, I was all happy about the size of this leather. Then I slept on it and I thought for a minute. So I purchased this as 20 square feet and wound up being about $75 Canadian after shipping. When I took my measuring tape to it, I realized that I've got one piece here that's about roughly 2 foot by 3 foot, and another one that's about roughly 2.5 by 3.5. So I figure I probably didn't get 20 square feet. I probably got closer to 15 square feet, and it was also sliced in half. Now you can see, like, what they did was they had a smaller side and they basically sliced it up. Or maybe they gave me like 2 shoulders kind of thing, right? Which, because this is their first order and, you know, they're trying to save money on shipping, and because this is my first time ordering from them, I can kind of understand some of the logic. If I was to place an order for, you know, like a dozen pieces or 2 dozen pieces, I'm sure they would pack it differently, because, you know, they did try to roll it all up to fit into this nice, neat little box, and likely in order to save a few bucks on the shipping, right? It is, like, when you look at it, it is decent quality. Like, it is certainly, it's not it's not pristine. Like, there are marks on it. There's definitely going to be some character that's going to show through this. There's some growth lines here. If you're looking for like pristine Wicked and Craig level leather, then you're not going to find it. But if you're looking for similar to Tandy, as good as Tandy, yes, I would say this is probably just about as good, if not a little bit better than the Tandy Craftsman leather. Now that brings me to the next point: comparison to Tandy. I was just on the Tandy website pricing out a double shoulder of similar thickness of leather, and after shipping, with it being on sale right now, a double shoulder, which would be about 12 square feet, would be about $100 Canadian after shipping and taxes. So, yes, I did get a better dollar per foot compared to going to Tandy. However, if I was to compare this to a Tandy cut, I would say this is probably about the equivalent of a small shoulder and a smaller double shoulder. And I have no control over the quality of this. I can't go into a store in Bangladesh where this was apparently made and pick out the specific piece. I'm at the mercy of the people shipping it to me. So if you are looking at getting into this to save money, yes, this would be saving money compared to going to my local Tandy. However, I'm not saving much. I'm saving $20, $30. I'm certainly not writing home about it, if you know what I mean. And this is a product of Bangladesh. And this came in a box on a boat on a plane from somewhere. Like, there are some marks here. Like, I guess what I'm trying to say is I'm satisfied because I'm looking to make small things out of it. But if I wanted to make a backpack out of this, if I wanted to make a duffel bag out of this, if I wanted to make anything big out of this, I would be a little frustrated. Like, if I was expecting a single 20 square foot piece, I would be disappointed in this. Now, I am going to wind up using this to make wallets. I am going to be using this to make glasses cases. I'm going to be using this to make coasters, little things. So, in that situation, not a big deal. I was going to cut this thing up anyway to make those things anyway. But if you are expecting giant pieces, this particular listing, not for you. Now, that being said, there are a million listings on Alibaba for everything, and this is just this one particular one that I did. And your mileage absolutely will vary with how much you purchase, how much you pay, how far away you are, what your trade tariff deals are, all that nonsense. So I guess my final verdict on this is okay. Like, I'm not bouncing. I'm not super excited, but I'm not disappointed. In my case, this is a gamble that paid off. Your $100, you gamble how you want to do. So, anyway, just wanted to record the second half as a little addendum to when Luke and I were out here, and just give you a bit of a heads up. I will make sure that I put a link to whatever Alibaba listing I used, and I paid for this all myself, not sponsored or any of that nonsense, etc. But thank you very much for tuning in, and I will see you later. Safe travels.